Another day, another social media trend to infuriate the masses. Oh my gosh, have you guys heard about the term DINK? Not like that, but in the sense that it's an acronym, okay? It stands for dual income, no kids, okay? And it's just been something that couples have been doing for as long as I can remember. Hell, I've had my family has had family friends. Is that the proper way to phrase that? Regardless, okay? My family has had friends who, imbibed in that lifestyle, and, well, whatever you want to do, ultimately, that's up to you, okay? And the fact that they're posting it online is, well, I mean, par for the course. Literally, Zoomers out there are just going to go and do whatever they want and whatever they can for attention. Most of the time, whenever I see couples without the want for kids, they just mostly keep to themselves. But, okay, I see, as a lot of people are reposting this time and time again, the DINK trend is disturbing. Why? Because what? They don't want to flaunt their fucking, family portraits with all of their fuck trophies that are there. Yeah, we get it. Oh my god, you can build a legacy. What? You just want to have that Norman Rockwell interpretation of how it's going to be at the end of your life with all of your kids surrounded by you. Chances are you're going to go out in a fucking blaze of glory by having your brain not work in the middle of the fucking night, okay? That's the way that most of us are going to go, okay? Shit sucks. Get over it. I keep on thinking that I find the most insufferable people that are out there, but then I always just come back to the pod people that say, oh, you never know fulfillment like you will if you have a kid. Oh, be a rebel, start a family, wake up, pray up. All of these stupid fucking TradCucks that are out there that thinks that, oh, in order to live a fulfilling life, you need to do these simple steps. Like, holy fuck, man. You're just as insufferable, but from a different perspective as those same fucking goofy-ass atheists that just want to say, oh, what, you're just adhering to the, the spaghetti monster, the flying spaghetti monster stuff. I'm not a religious man. I don't go to mass every fucking weekend, okay? I appreciate religious people. I appreciate sane atheists. I'm just not out here to push everything on everyone. As it was written down on one of those magical pages in one of your fucking magical books, only heathens pray in public. So yeah, live your life accordingly to your principles, however the fuck you want to. I just think that there's a subsection of people that are out there living this, dual income, no kids lifestyle. And I perceive it as being disturbing in a different way that you do because, of course, these TradCucks that are out there that just think that, the solution to everything in the world is just have more kids. Just get married and wife these hoes, and that the Lord will just look after you. They're running into the same problem as what is being displayed with this right here. So let's just play this. It's been up here long enough, shall we? So let's hear what we're dealing with.
We're dinks. We go to Trader Joe's and workout classes on the weekends.
Okay. We're dinks. We get into snobby hobbies like skiing and golfing.
We're dinks. We can go to Florida on a whim.
We're dinks. We're already planning our European vacation next year.
Dinks. We get a full 8 hours of sleep and sometimes more.
We're dinks. We get desserts and appetizers at restaurants.
We're dinks. We can play with other kids and give them back.
We're dinks. We still do it 3 times a week.
We're dinks. We spend our discretionary income on $8 lattes.
We're dinks. We max out our 401ks, Roth IRAs, and HSAs.
We're dinks. We don't use our kids or dog as an excuse to leave a party. We just leave. We're dinks.
Okay, so it's kind of funny, okay? Well, I'll just, say exactly what it is, okay? It's what, a young couple who probably, hasn't hit a point in time where maybe they want to consider a family, but who knows? It's also, I'm noticing something else that's also in there as well, like some poor planning financially, to be completely honest, okay? You think that it's a flex to just, waste money at stupid fucking, coffee spots? Well, that's kind of an L. And to think that you're going to be financially secure with a 401k and your fucking mind. Invest in real estate, for Christ's sakes. That's the only thing that's, going to be a buttress towards your future. But, okay, in general, it's like, yeah, okay, a young couple wants to do young couple shit. Okay, fantastic. But the one thing that I did like at the end of that, is, yeah, if we want to leave a party, we're just going to leave. All right, that's kind of fucking based in general. But why is that disturbing? I really don't fucking get it. And it's like, okay, yeah, we don't have the built-in excuse that again, if I'm just going to harp on TradCucks for a second, thinking that there's some virtue in family, but then at the same time, okay, they want to throw out family as an excuse to get out of anything because they don't have enough spine to begin with, thinking that they're doing something virtuous by simply capitulating to their wives. Oh, happy wife, happy life. You're all fucking pathetic, and because of that approach to relationships from generations past, That's what's kind of led to this stuff, if we're going to be completely honest. People not wanting to, go that whole distance, realizing that, okay, for as much as men are built as problem solvers, as builders, as the sex to bear the burden of laborious efforts, women are also bearing the fruits of their own personal labor. What I see with that right there is the natural endpoint of modern day feminism. Don, what do you mean by that? Allow me to elaborate for a second, okay? Because now that women have been in the workforce for nigh on 60 plus years, in masses, I understand there were, women that worked before that, but okay, that was more of an anomaly than the norm. But what we're seeing right now, okay, dual income, that's also very important aspect of this whole situation. They're both making probably equal amounts of money, okay? They probably have expressed desires to further their efforts in their own career, inherently masculine attributes. And for as much praise as I said that there was for, just wanting to, get up and leave a party, who's the one that delivered that message right there? Who's the one who is also probably posting, or at least has a say in the TikTok specifically? Oh, the woman who's getting her financial needs taken care of by, hanging out with and claiming a guy who, looks to be in good shape and all that stuff, but he's also not taking care of his chick like that, not paying all the bills. This is a modern relationship, and because modern day feminism is so intensely baked into modern society, it's the natural extrapolation of this stuff. To pepper on no family, pepper on a relationship that you can just go ahead and leave at no notice and continue to collect all the cash and prizes, and that you can go ahead whenever your hypergamous itch needs to be scratched, you can just go and attract somebody that you perceive to be better. Guys, we've reached the end game on this, but I'll circle back around to that for a second, because if this is one of the very few paths that are being offered to modern men outside of, the preferential one where you can just go ahead and maximize yourself and become the best version of yourself, that you can just go ahead and pick whatever the fuck you want and not have to adhere to a bunch of people that just want to simply rely on emotional outbursts in order to convey their position. Like, oh, you can see the pain in their eyes. I don't really see any pain in their eyes. They kind of look like they were having a good time, if they're going to be honest. They look possessed. All of this emotionality, man. Like I said before, this is just the other side of the same feminist coin that you would go ahead and criticize people for. Oh, look at that strong and independent woman. Oh, you need to find God, because if you don't create a big family, that means you're evil. Fucking save me the theatrics. This is still a small subsection of people who can afford to live that type of lifestyle based on the decisions that they make. I will just tell you, most people who aren't engaging in this type of behavior are engaging in other types of behavior, mostly because, well, like I said before, the modern relationship has kind of been set up against modern men. The other, and probably actually very much so, the more important half of this equation, but a majority of men would choose video games over sex, a study says. Well, yeah, because, okay, you take a look around at your modern woman that's out there, and not every one of them is going to be a supermodel, nor do I think every guy deserves a supermodel. You get out of life exactly what you fucking deserve. Life is very fair when it comes to that stuff. It's just, you take a look at your localized poisonous dating pool, and a lot of guys. And for as much as I want to shit on modern women, modern guys, they're really nothing to fucking hold up as some sort of an example. The fact that you just want to go ahead and drown yourself in escapism, I will look at these people the exact same way all of these religious fanatics will look at that dual income couple. If you want to go ahead and remove yourself from the gene pool, fucking have fun with that. I look at these guys who would just rather play video games, okay? Pulling 1,442 UK men who are all in relationships for six or more months. The survey showed that 49% would choose video games over sex, 32% would choose sex, 19% would say that it would depend on the game. That just lets you know the type of guys who are going to engage in this type of behavior aren't ones to be leading relationships to begin with. Okay, because if you have a chick, if you're claiming a chick that you don't want to fuck on a regular basis, what kind of fucking guy are you to begin with? It has never been easier to be an above average guy. But most people are just going to take the path of least resistance. They're just going to get drunk. They're going to get high. They're not going to exercise. They're just simply going to pick up a device and just, to pound away the hours until they go back to a job that they don't care about, that they aren't advancing in order to just get to a weekend that they're not going to take advantage of, only to just repeat the cycle in perpetuity until they fucking die of heart disease. It is what it fucking is. Perfect example with the recent release of the GTA 6 trailer and how viral that video ended up going. You have an average guy like this already drawing up, and I understand this is for comedic purposes, but there are already so many people. How many people do you work with who unironically took time off of work? I had friends like this, keyword had, who would take an entire week, who would take an extended weekend in order to play a game that released. Brother, I haven't done that since I was a kid. If you aren't working to better your situation, to get the best partner, boyfriend or girlfriend, I'm looking at both aspects of this, then you don't get to complain about this stuff, because guess what? You're just, you're just throwing a fit outside the club. As it was said, religion is the opiate for the masses, and now, well, we kind of have opiates for the masses, and entertainment, escapism, for as much as I like to report on it, because I think it is necessary in order to dispel the amount of propaganda being pushed on everybody. You need to be careful with how much you consume of it, because we can see with the rapidly expanding waistlines of the Western individual, temperance and discipline is not something that goes hand in hand. So if you want to live your life as a dual income, no child couple, you go for it. But as a guy, you can go ahead and maximize your finances, aesthetics, personality, so that you can go ahead and demand multiple dual income, no child relationships. That's the best thing about life when you start to, kind of stray away from video games. You take all of that time that you are grinding in a video game in order to level up your character, and you apply that to real life, and oh boy, do things get a lot better. It just takes a little bit of work. Something that somebody with a fucking neck beard will never appreciate. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.